I found this sneaky, sly violator in a kitchen. It's a humble potato masher. It still mashes potato fantastically well. Its coils are unbroken. It's still solidly attached to its handle. The handle has this surface texture so as to provide good grip in the mashing operation, and it's branded with the letters EKCO. So what's wrong with it? Let me tell you what's wrong with this one. The manufacturer that's located in China has decided to make the wire coil part of this out of mild steel. Now, mild steel is a fantastically formable material. You can make tight bends with it without the metal cracking and breaking out there. Is magnetic and fairly inexpensive. The amount of wire that goes into it is measured in cents or pennies. Okay, same goes for the PVC or ABS handle, whatever this is made of. It's kind of somewhat PVC-ish. So what's wrong with this thing? The manufacturer not only decided to make it out of mild steel, but mild steel rusts. And so as to avoid spectacular rusting, they decided to paint it. Now, in use, these coils flex and bend slightly in potato mashing, which cracks up the paint coat on the item. The microscopic hairline cracks in the paint, of course, eventually delaminate from the metal and leave the metal bare. Now, the bare exposed metal only leaks into your food trace amounts of iron, which is in a form that it's not really bioavailable. It goes in, it goes out, whatever, done deal. However, the paint also ends up in your diet. So here is my philosophical question, because I really haven't done chemical analysis on the paint, and you can see most of the paint chips up at the sharpest turns here on the coil. What do you think the paint is made of? Do you think it contains arsenic, lead, mercury, tin? What do you think a paint is made of? So, again, this is coming from China, and the manufacturer in China decided to paint it. They sourced out a paint, and good luck tracing the paint down, and good luck prosecuting the manufacturer or the paint manufacturer for inappropriate use of paint for purposes not intended, or for or anything. It's only up to you to protect yourself. Nobody's going to do the thinking for you. It's like Volkswagen, the top of German engineering, and Dieselgate. So you kind of have to do your own thinking with some of these items, whereas into the Volkswagen scandal, it's not easy to look into, or this one is fairly obvious, as in plain sight, right in front of you. The obvious solution, of course, is stainless steel items. So if you're wondering, and again, just going a little philosophical here, while your gastrointestinal cancer is coming back the fourth time, you might want to look into the quality of your kitchen utensils, pots, pans, knives, everything that touches your food, just in general, and just do a little research on it, whether it could be a reason for your Alzheimer or gastrointestinal allergies or anything, or your bone and heart condition, whatever ails you. Okay, now stainless steel technically also contains chromium and nickel, toxic heavy metals, but if you know anything about chemical bonds, starting with ionic, metallic and covalent bonds, the chromium and nickel is not coming out of the crystal lattices of stainless steel before the whole thing is molten, liquid dripping molten. Okay, so potato is not going to reach those temperatures. It needs 1600 degrees Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, to melt stainless steel and to make the nickel and the chromium precipitate out of it. Okay, so that's not going to happen with food, but the paint, the toxic heavy metals in paint might be a completely different issue. So again, it's up to you to do the footwork and thinking. If you find something interesting, do let me know. Share it in the comments below. I don't have too much anything to say about the plastic. It looks PVC-ish, somewhat softy, not so much like an ABS. It's somewhat of a PVC-ish plastic. I am really not an expert on plastic. But of course, this also has off-gassing releases toxic substances into the air, but that's a given, whether it's in contact with food or not, just like any plastics, including your carpet, synthetic fiber carpet. So if you have anything else to a good find about the paint of this, or anything interesting to say about it, do share. Thank you very much for watching. That's all I really wanted to share about this thing.